ogamba kimuwala
owekitiibwa pulezidenti abakyala mwena tubasanyukidde okubalaba olwaleero. Maama Janet nkwaniriza nnyo. Amanya gange mpitibwa Mukaye Betty eri obufuzi nze Maama Janet Museveni. Maama Janet yatudde senior 4 n'afuna 5 n'afuna ne binnya yagenze mu senior 5. Maama yayise eyo nvuddeyo. Muzeeyi weebale kutuleetera nkulaakulana naye taata buli kyoleeta bakitwala.
siwulidde bulungi kiddemu.
Muzeeyi weebale kutuleetera nkulaakulana naye taata buli kyoteekawo bakitwala. Taata esente ez'abakyala ze baatugamba nti tetuzaayo magoba zino ze baateeka mu sentinale simanyi ne mu banka ki twagenda okutuukayo nga teziriiyo nga baazitutte zonna. Muzeeyi paaliishi modo nze ndi mukyala wa movement simanyi na gyali.
ze sente za grow
baazimala mudda mu banka zonna baazitwala abakyala abali mu buyinza abali mu bifo eby'amaanyi.
Your Excellency, grow project eriko component ey'okugabira abakyala loans. Your Excellency, sente zino eza World Bank. Ekisooka kye njagala okularifyinga nti si loan ku government ne World Bank yawa government ya Uganda grant. Neesaba nga bakolagana ne government tutandikewo enkola ey'okuwa abakyala sente nga bazeewola naye nga zisobola okudda wabeerewo ensako ey'abakyala. Programu eno Your Excellency bwe yali etandika teyatunulira mukyala wa PDM oba ow'emyoga. Yatunulira omukyala asobodde okuba nti eyavaayo naye nga kati ayagala okutandika okwetengerera bizinesi yeebeere nga esobola okuba nti yeetengerera nga mu luzungu bagamba nti from informal to either small or medium enterprise. Your Excellency nga tutandika pilot yaffe nga tukola ne World Bank twasalawo sente zisooke zigende mu banks tukozese banks mu kusooka. Era
interest rate ennene. Interest rate ya 22% 24 grow ya 10.5% maximum. Banks ezisinga zirina ku 10%. Banks singa DFCU Bank, Post Bank bali ku 10%, reducing. Abalala bali ku flat. Naye nga ezo sente untini za buli mwaka. That is 10.5 maximum buli mwaka. Norecho mikwano mbadde mbasaba mukozesa sente ezo.
You're live on the drive, the Deweyi Drive. Of course, it's unapologetically Ugandan. Iranga chuli wano studio in Kampala, coming to you straight on YouTube. It's a beautiful day. It's a Thursday. It's a money Thursdays. Yes, on Thursdays when I could drive to get a kunsonga za sente. And I'm sure it's not just to give you vibe and make you feel happy, but it's about making you better. Ate also making me better. We're learning from each other. Now, being a money Thursday, we're trying to say show. Tujitandise ne videos omukyalo yo mukolo gwabadde gwa Women's Day olunaku lw'abakyala nalopera president n'agamba bannange sente tetuziraba esente za grow. It's one of those things that women looked forward to. Omukyalo yo Dr. Ruth Kasolo yannyonnyolanga nnyo ku TikTok ng'asomesa nnyo sente zino mugende muzinone, so abakyala ne basegeera nnyo nga bomanyi nti many people now are able to access these small videos. They are shareable. Mtu akafuna kwa WhatsApp ne banoonya sente ezo. Naye kati it turns out most people are saying sente ezo tebazifuna. But why are we even talking about grow money? Money Thursday topic today is rethinking business. Do you always need a loan to grow business? Era omuntu akola business osobola okubeerawo n'otambuza emirimu gyo nga teweewoze. Soke tutegeere sente zino ez'abakyala naye nga mu maaso awo tujja kuba tuleeta omukyala ategeere nnyo ebya ssente ng'omukyala ono is a seasoned professional banker nga bamuyita Fiona Nyamiel. Tujja kuba tweyongera omutegeerako ennyo naye nga ajja kuba nga tumubuuza ekibuuzo kino tusobole okuba nga because I'm getting into business, maybe you also are into business, maybe you're into debt, batubanja oba naawe bakubanja, and you would want to know how to change the, to stop okiveemu ekyokubanga buli lwotambuza omulimu oteekamu okwewola ate mbeeramu amagoba ate biki ebintu ng'ebyo. So do you always need a loan to grow your business. First of all, every woman a loan felt like this money is here, let's use it. Why not? Tukubire omukyalo ono Christine Abala. Omukyalo ono is a co-founder of Upendo Wakazi. It's a women's group. Akola nnyo n'abakyala era omu ku bantu abasomesa ennyo abakyala okulaba ng'emirimu gyabwe gitambula. Omukyalo ono katumukubireko abe nga atunnyonnyola ebintu bino ebitabudde nnyo abakyala ye nga abadde abatendeka mu grow esente za grow gye ziri teziriiyo. What has been her experience? Kiki kyalabye? So, hello, Christine.
Yes, Jackie.
How are you, my dear?
Fine, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Abantu wano sanze mbanyonnyola nti gwe Christine Abala, independent office executive, founder Upendo Wakazi, naye kati weeyogereko.
Thank you, Jackie Deweyi. And thanks for having me on your show. Yes, Christine Abala is my name. An independent office executive, a Rotarian, and co-founder of Upendo Wakazi Women Empowerment Organization Uganda. Empowerment akagambo kakulu. Upendo was birthed actually right after growth came to the public. Because right now, Upendo is a baby. It's my baby. And why is it my baby? You know, once you're Rotarian, you're out to serve.
Yes.
You know, it comes naturally.
Okay.
I find joy in offering service to, you know, to people. For me, it's satisfying enough. So I got an opportunity to organize 100 women from the Ministry of Gender, Labor, and Social Development through an organization. It's for the army, but because we were able to reach out to the ministry since we are trying to look for opportunities, you know, government programs for the people. And that is how we landed on the Grow Project.
So kosimbe wakati awo, what is Grow money? Abantu bangi bawulira Grow naye sente tebazitegeera.
Grow is actually it's an acronym. I think it's
acronym.
Yes, because it's generating growth opportunities for women and for women.
Hey, that is the whole Grow.
That is that's
generating.
Just 1 minute. Let me get you the full.
The exact statement. Yeah.
Yes, so that I don't give you half-baked information since people are listening in, so they can take the quick notes. It's generating growth opportunities and productivity for women enterprises.
Wow.
It's a project. It is a project that was actually under Ministry of Gender, Labor, and Social Development.
Nga bagireetedde bakyala mu Uganda beekulaakulanye.
Because it has a component of a grant from the World Bank.
Hey.
Now, how we got to know, I can as well even share with you, you know, a document that the presentation that we were given on the 23rd of May 2024 to 100 women that I mobilized. You know how exciting it is? You go for a workshop at a hotel. Some women who came from up country have even never been to a hotel called Africana. They have breakfast, they have lunch, promised. And thereafter they are given transportation back. Those within Kampala received 100,000. Those from out of Kampala received 300,000.
What was that for? Just because they had come to understand.
Because now that meeting was about information sharing. They were literally sharing information about this project. That was a way of now them taking it out to the public. So there were other women, because I think in another session that I attended, there were other women who were even taken out of the country
to understand,
to get to understand this Grow project.
Wow.
So, for me, out of the 100 women I put together, there were women across Uganda.
ne muvaawo nga mutegedde sente zijja zigenda tuyamba.
Because what I picked out of that information sharing that led to even the birth of Upendo, it has about 4 components. And out of the 4 components of this project, from what I am seeing, we are still dwelling on just one component, which is financing, the money, of which the money is because their target was the missing middle. They even put it in quotes. The missing middle female entrepreneur. And who are those? Micro enterprises. Approximately 200,000 people. That's about 85%.
Kati kambuuze abantu bwe babasomesa mwavayo nga mukitegeddeko nti sente zino zakujja mu banka?
Batugambako nti nno zijja kujja tujja zifuna, but they will let us know how the monies will reach to us.
How much was every woman that qualifies for the application supposed to get?
Based on the launch, because now for us to get to understand now that is gonna quit banks, that was during the launch. I can't remember the exact date. It was I think in August when they launched the grow loan, and that is even when literally the whole Uganda got to know that there was now grow money.
Yeah.
But it was already in the pipeline way before, since 2023. Literally project Yatandika 2023. Now when they launched and the whole country got to know that there is grow money, that is when we also got to understand that there were 6 banks. Now, me as somebody who has a whole team, a whole group of women behind me that need to understand, I went out of my way under Upendo to get to understand the different 6 banks and how this money is reaching out to us. What I got to understand is this money was channeled through the banks. However, the banks had to apply their regulations as the banking sector to get the money to
The people.
With what components? The only benefit is that they were required, the government required them to ensure that it is below their lending rates. Most banks are lending at over 12, 13, 15%. We were only given an opportunity that we would get it below 11%. So all out of the 6 banks, the banks are giving at 10.5, 10%.
Per annum, per month?
That is per annum.
Okay.
Now, per annum, of which the starting amount is 5 million. Now, that is where the noise comes from. If you look at a woman who is under micro enterprise, they are 200,000, that's about 85%. Who are in the markets? I hope people can understand when I throw in some Uganda words.
Yes.
I am more with these women, and when they express it in Uganda, you really feel, you feel.
Yes, Uganda, it's okay.
So these are women who are market vendors. These are women who are with businesses that are not even registered, whose capital starts at 1 million. Even some of them have capital of 500,000.
Okay, I do have some pictures of your work that I see that we're going to be running on the screen so the listener or the viewer would understand. I apologize, on the screen, the person you see is not Christine. There was a technical matter, but Christine's picture is going to run. The person on the screen is Fiona, who is our next guest, and she's a banker. And right now, our guest here is an independent office executive who is the co-founder of Upendo Wakazi. Era nga akola nnyo emirimu gy'abakyala, ali wano atunnyonnyola nti ekituufu essente ez'abakyala zaaweebwayo naye enkola gye baakolamu si bwe batyo bwe baasuubira. I want to ask you, first of all, what are the challenges, the real challenges abakyala ze basanze mu grow that have made them conclude the sente teziriyo? Because from what we are hearing, the officials are saying sente gye ziri.
This is now from the experience with my groups of women because I have a group of over 3,000 women. The biggest number is from the northern and western region. How do I get to get this group to even be able to understand these challenges that I'm going to point out? Out of the 6 banks, First Bank is the only bank that is giving the loan to women in registered groups with no security.
Abalala bali mu kusaba security.
Security is the biggest, is the first challenge. All the banks need security. When it comes to lending, because this money is meant to be lent out. You take it as a borrowing at 10 or 10.5% interest rate for a period of 2 years. That is standard across all the banks. And the rate of 5 million. Now, challenge 1 year security. Abakyala abasinga bagenda kugamba tebalina ki security. Security is nga they talk about even endagaano, you can bring it. Titles you can bring. Color book you can bring. How many?
Kakati omuntu wa wansi yalina ofuna sente ezina alina emmotoka.
That's the question. That's the first challenge. Now, we as Upendo, we say, okay, which bank is giving us, which bank can understand this woman who are once 85% of the population of entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs. Nga ye Post Bank. Ng'etugamba, esobola okuwa sente zino ey'omukyala ali member registered group. Netugamba kati katuyambe abakyala bano. Abatali mu groups tubateeketeke bagwe mu groups. Naye ne bateekawo akakwakulizo akalala. That group should have been in existence for a year plus.
Wow.
3, the amount that the bank set. Honestly, this woman who is running this kiosk, asobola ne capital ya million 5. Omukyala atunda bogoya.
Tekisoboka.
Omukyala gwesanze kukuba atunda obusubiti, obutambaala, obusitokisi, a few things. That is an entrepreneur. Is her capital 5 million?
Are
Now,
there,
you're going to come and inspect because they've given you the liberty to follow your bank requirements. Now you're going to come and inspect this one. First of all, the place is not permanent. Kiosk which can be moved anytime. China trading license. I just take a receipt cover and probably the number of requirements that they require of them.
so you're saying there was lack of transparency. It's not happening as we were promised.
Exactly. So she's not going to qualify. You understand? And that is already a challenge. The amount alone. There is one particular group. Please allow me to give you an example. One particular group which is not even far from the city center. Anyone in Chibiri.
Kibiri Busabalagang.
Exactly. They're a group of mushroom farmers in a group that has existed over even 3 years. Their chairperson even went haywire on TikTok and was very bitter. His TikTok also went viral, and I actually asked him to stay calm. We just get to understand, and maybe let us try to, get ourselves more organized. Because the good thing is the project is ending in 2027, but it's going to continue because this is money that is, in a conveyor belt. People are borrowing and returning, so it will continue even after 2027. So this group has women who are mushroom farmers and other businesses, but almost all the members will tell you, they will show you their mushroom farms. You know how the mushroom farms are. In a location which is, probably half a square meter. And she's telling you, I only invested 1 million shillings. Now, for me to be able to expound, for me to move from my level of micro to maybe small
don't need 5 million. You're literally forcing people. You're forcing people to become corrupt and lie to you.
And fail to pay. And then we are going to go back to the same programs of PDM where people are failing to pay back.
So, if you're just joining us on the Deweyi Drive right here on YouTube, we're talking about the challenges women are facing accessing the Grow Funds, and this is Christine Abala, who is a co-founder of Upendo Kwakazi, and she's explaining some of the challenges they are finding. People are being forced to take 5 million minimum, and many people are saying, I want to grow my business, but I don't need that much. Sagara centers na nema kusasula. There's also been allegations of corruption. Have you faced any or had any stories?
Corruption in what trigger?
Nti eri abantu abajja ne muntu omu ne bamuwa miliyoni 2, miliyoni 10.
I cannot relate it to corruption because for me, based on how I've understood this project, person has qualified.
Abaqualifyinze.
Your muchala agwa mu large enterprise over medium enterprise, and that is just 4% of the population of women enterprises. I know business here which is worth 300 million plus in order for her to qualify to earn the 200. But for me, my question is, Oyo the 200 million. Probably I district here. I'll speak majorly of the districts that I crisscrossed with Post Bank, which were over 8 districts, to sensitize them about the Grow project and form groups for the women to support them as Upendo. Let
me ask you something. In this district, Tina, as you were moving across the different districts, I've understood you did the northern region, right?
Yes, the northern and west Nile.
Northern and West Nile. What, from your observation, what are your major concerns right now about the mishandling of Grow Money funds?
The allocation, which has tried to expound over that 200 million thing, it might not be corruption. However, how has the bank appropriated these funds to meet all the women across the country? Let me give an example. From the report I had, I hope it's not, I wouldn't want to be quoted, I would like not to be quoted, but I had one district, I think it is Obongi or Yumbe, one person got up to about 100 million. So in my mind, I'm thinking, yes, this person qualifies. Why did the bank just have this 100 million spread out across different women in that district than giving it to one person, the whole 100, and the majority didn't get? And yet there are women there with businesses, including the refugee camps we visited, because the refugees are part of this project. They are part of the beneficiaries of this project. At Jumani district, I'm told there was 10 million given. I think 20 million to 2 women, 10 million. And then where were the majority left out? Why didn't the bank try as much as they can to ensure that they meet the demand of all? Because so many of the women, including those in my groups, have applied. They have presented their documentation, they've requested to be inspected. Unfortunately, some have not been inspected. Why? Still the same reason in the northern region. Post Bank being that is able to give to these women in registered groups, and the majority of registered groups are in those regions. Unfortunately, Post Bank has branches in about 3 districts, and they cannot meet the entire northern region.
So the other banks have done other things, are giving to the rich.
Not meet the demand because they are giving it to individual businesses
instead of groups.
The requirements of Biapa, Motoka, Logbook, Ndagano, which majority of these women don't have.
Okay, eri abagamba ne sente tezikyaliyo. People go to the banks and they tell them zagwayo.
Yes, that is true. The first batch that was dispatched to the banks was finished. Taken, of course, by the medium and large entrepreneurs. The second batch, I'm told some banks received, and it's also finished. I have heard that they are going to disperse the third batch.
From what you sound really disappointed with the way the thing is going, the system.
However, little bit of some light that is trying to again, beam. Based on what Dr. Kasolo said on Women's Day, and I am so proud of that woman who stood confidently and spoke about it and said,
Banzite.
but this is the honest truth. Honestly, flowers to that woman.
If you missed her, we are going to replay her.
It's money that is going to now be allocated to the circles.
Finally.
It is also in the project, in that presentation that we received, and that is what I was actually waiting for. When will that money to the circles go, be disbursed? Because we are hoping that the one that will go to the circles probably will not begin from 5 million. I pray that it begins from 500,000.
So that the everyday person can benefit.
Yes, based on what
the average Ugandan. What from what you discuss, from whatever we've discussed, probably someone watching and they feel like they have lost hope. They probably had a lot of hope in this grow money. Nga when Natandi saying ambuza, do we even need loans all the time to run our businesses? But there are people who bali bachaying is a dambongo. What do you think? What do you think can be a solution? Actionable advice to women seeking access to this money of Grow Fund. It's a loan anyway.
Yes, it is a loan, and because we all run on loans.
Yeah.
On loans across even the first world are running on loans. My advice to any woman listening in, and any businesswoman, including myself, this is the advice I'm giving myself. One. For me, this project is like an eye-opener to us. Getting organized in our businesses. Bookkeeping, that's the first priority.
Bookkeeping.
Yes, bookkeeping is key. Even if you're writing them in an exercise book.
Right.
Let us take advantage. Let us make sure we learn. And two, let's take advantage of the other products in this project. Your product here, empowerment, which has to do with training. Right now, the number of government ministries, Mwemuli UNBS, URI, especially URI, Buli Muchala Twale advantage of going to URI, Uganda Investment Research Institute. We need to go and get all the trainings that we can. It is free.
Yeah.
We need to be able to get different skills.
Yeah, they just do not have this information, by the way. The information is not reached as many people as it should. Yes, that there is an opportunity for free training. Yes, I do know that women love to learn.
There is narrow. I thought there are some women who go to narrow and are taking their products to even take advantage of the machinery which is there. They should visit, see what is there, and they can be able to. Then three, the different banks. Now, on the 19th, 20th, and 21st, we are going to conduct a training for financial literacy together with Post Bank. We're going to train my groups of women within Kampala and Wakiso. We are trying to get locations where we can sit and be able to call them in, because now the best I can give them is hope.
Let me ask you something. You spoke of financial literacy.
Exactly.
What role do you think financial literacy programs could play in helping or supporting these women who seek access to this grow money or any business loans per se?
Once they are trained on the bookkeeping skills, they will also teach them about savings. That's that entire financial knowledge. Because of us we lack financial discipline.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean even if you're saving today, but each time you have and you're spending it the next minute, for as long as your money goes to a bank account, it is registered, and the next minute you withdraw it. Trust me, that statement is more important than this person who receives it and spends it away without even it getting into a bank
account. Wow.
Understand? Because there are people, for instance, one of the banks I know, Pride Microfinance. Pride Microfinance gives even loans to women, to business owners, basing on their bank statements.
Wow.
I myself, actually, let me give an example. Stanbic, I bank with Stanbic, but Stanbic gave me an overdraft because of my statement with no security. I remember in December, they sent me and asked if I wanted a Christmas advance.
Which you did. Everybody almost does.
That honestly, I didn't have to distress
Perfect timing.
And I will keep on paying it as I keep on saving any amount of money. So financial literacy plays a major role once we are knowledgeable about finances.
Okay, you have really enlightened us on this grow money, the challenges and the controversy surrounding it. I think you've done your best to summarize it in the most clear and understandable way. What message do you hope the women watching today take away from our conversation?
Let's stay hopeful. Let's get organized and stay hopeful, because the government has us in our, they have our backs as women. Please allow me add on something.
Please.
For any woman on the platform or listening in that has any business, please visit PPDA, because PPDA has a program they introduced in their I don't know how I can call it, special interest groups, which includes the women and the youth, to be able to participate in PPDA with a number of benefits that we women stand to benefit. So I would like to advise any woman who is in business to please go and get information about how you stand to benefit from PPDA, to be able to participate as well, because there are so many requirements that have been scrapped off for the special interest groups, which includes the women and the youth and people with disabilities.
All right. Thank you so much, Tina. It was really awesome hosting you. I want to believe that you have given your best, and that the viewer, whichever day they get to watch this, we said this one is going up to 20 what?
2027, and it will continue.
Yeah, so whether you watch it today, you watch it 2 years later, you will have all the information you need. And I hope that these 30 minutes with Christine have actually empowered you and prepared you. Akatalekeka, your last word to the viewer, and I will let you go to your work. I understand you're supposed to be going in the field for some campaigns.
Thank you so much, Jackie. I think I've almost summarized everything that I have to say, but I just want to thank you for giving me this opportunity. One, I'll still say the same. There is a lot of opportunities for women in this government. And I would like to advise women, any woman that even feels like, no, I can't reach this office or the other office, please knock every office that you get to know has something for the people of Uganda. Have the confidence to speak up, ask all the questions as a Ugandan. There's a lot for us to benefit from.
Wow. Thank you so much, Christine. Have a beautiful day. I really do appreciate your time on the Deweyi Drive.
Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
Like we said, we're unapologetically Ugandan, and yes, whatever we talk about is meant to make you a better Ugandan, a better person. Not just you, even myself. I am learning so much from the show, from the people we are hosting. In my interest to help you find value in the show, I am also growing on the show. I want to welcome new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to the Deweyi Drive. 14 people just yesterday. You're welcome. You're welcome. Karibu sana kwa Kuyiriba. Tubaniriza. And please do tell a friend about the show, another friend about the show, and let's grow together. Thursdays are Money Thursdays. Wednesdays are Parenting Wednesdays. Tuesdays are Pimp My Space Tuesdays, and Mondays are Love, Marriage, and Lies, and Dowry. And tomorrow we'll be talking grow and glow. Like we can talk about glowing as in physically, and then to grow physically, emotionally, whichever way. Naenge no show, it's meant to make you better. Deweyi Drive. I do hope the time we are putting in to bring you guests that matter, that are speaking from experience, that it's adding value for you as well. Have you had an experience, a bad experience, a good experience with the Grow project? Do you have hopes as a woman? Have you started dreaming about the possibilities? Leave a comment, please. I will be excited to see your message. And also reminding you that our partners are Paint for You. They sell auto paints. They sell any type of paint, decorative paint, pest, waterproofing, name it, everything paint. Kubaku 0772 987 442. 2. And also to remind you that Clap Records is the solution for online streams. They don't only do online streams, but also they will help you with your production work. Do you have a wedding? Do you have a birthday party? Call them. And let me read for you the number: 0752 616614. I'll read the number again: 0752 6166614. That is Clap Records, and you get to know. I'll keep sharing about the different partners on the show and invite you that you can also actually advertise with us to see your business grow and also to help us grow and support us. Now, we're about to have another guest on the show because, well, it's about... Yeah, we did talk about the grow money because it's a hit of the time and every woman in business is thinking about it. But now, the big question, the big topic of the day: rethinking business, rethinking money and debt. Do you need a loan to thrive in business, to succeed in business? Because we realize that, ne government number yewola okulaba ngetu sustaininga kakati orofe abantu ba bulijjo. Lwaki tuba tutya nnyo amabanja? Lwaki tuba tutya nnyo debt sea? If a whole government is borrowing, who am I, who are you not to borrow? But anyway, this is just me, ordinary me talking, maybe because I probably have my own debts that I'm dealing with. But how about we bring an expert? Because this is a new year. We're just in March, so there's a chance for you and I to do better with our finances. And right now, I want to put on call a financial expert. Her name is Menina. Okay. Her name is Nyamiel Fiona. Nyamiel is a seasoned and professional banker. She's going to tell you how many years of banking she has. She's the beautiful woman in pink that you are seeing on the screen. And we are definitely going to tap her brain on how to do better with her finances. It's just the first quarter. Hello, Fiona.
Yes, Jackie.
You're live on the Deweyi Drive. Yeah, I was just telling the audience you're a seasoned banker, professional, and we are lucky it's just the first quarter of the year. Our finances can get better if we pay attention. So first introduce yourself to the audience.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Fiona Nyamiel. Glad to be here. Yes, I've been a banker for the last 15 plus years, and I'm also an entrepreneur. I do business as well.
It's very good that you are a businesswoman. First of all, I'll start like the question. Okay, the topic is it possible to thrive, survive in business without borrowing, especially going for a loan?
Yes, it is very possible. It is possible if one has planned out their business well and they have saved up their finances to use in their business. However, due to limited capital, especially here in Uganda, most of the times, if a business person wants to grow faster, they will have to consider the option of borrowing, depending on how much they want to scale their business. Let me just give an example. If you start your business, let us say with 5 million Uganda shillings, and you want it to grow, and maybe after a year or 2 years, your capital has reached maybe 7 million. But that is not where you want to be. You want to be at 25 or at 50. You might find it that it's very difficult, extremely difficult, to have somebody that can save up 50 million in a savings account for 4 years without touching it. You'll find that family expenses, things that come here and there, you've lost a relative, will always eat up your savings.
Yes,
and you'll
emergencies.
So if you want to catapult your growth and move fast, that is why we advise that you take a loan, but that is if you are financially disciplined. Because if you're not financially disciplined, you have not done a feasibility study of your business, there is also a possibility of taking that loan and the money dies. And then the business has died, something has happened, you have a loan to pay, and you do not also have the business. So it is important to get maybe some risk management advice, like to get some advice from people that are good in risk management, some advice from business consultants that do feasibility studies and also do projections and maybe give you a good projection of where your business will be. But yes, it is possible, though, like I said, your growth will be slower than the person that took a loan. But it depends. If I start a business with 5 million and 2 years down the road, I want maybe to see myself at 7 or 8 million, it is possible for me to grow my business to 8 million in 2 years without a loan. But if I want to see myself at 50 million, it will be very hard for me to grow that business to 50 million without taking some facilitation.
Wow. There's also a situation that a lot of us, both men and women, face in business and in life generally when it comes to debt. When you get stuck with a debt from, say, a money lender because it keeps growing, especially the ones that say on what they call it, compound interest, on reducing balance. So that money is growing, and then somehow, because again you've just put that money in the business, then somehow you end up borrowing to sort this issue, and then you just keep going round and round and round. Is there a way out of such a well?
Yes, there is a way out. So this is not to bring down or decampaign the money lenders, but my advice would be to go with the commercial bank. Commercial banks have a lot of flexibility, especially when it comes to business lending. The thing is, with lending in the banks, we thrive mainly on the principle of trust and ability to pay. Those are the main two things that the bank will thrive to lend you. So if you are trustworthy, that even when business is slow, you come back to your banker, sit on a round table. You could reduce the interest and increase the period of the loan. There are banks that even give some waivers. They will give some waivers. There are banks that can give some time, to a business person, depending on what your need is. The problem is many people shun away from banks.
I was going there. People fear the banks.
And I don't know why. I think it's because the bank usually does a lot of KYC. KYC is know your customer. The bank will dig all your KYC. What are your names? Who is your spouse? Who is your next of kin? Who are you doing business with? Give me some invoices. Where do you purchase your goods from? Give me some of your supplier contracts. So that, like I said, the bank is mainly on the principle of trust. So to build the trust, they will dig up everything about you, and then we shall see and know that yes, your suppliers are trustworthy, creditworthy people. Yes, you have audited books of accounts. Yes, your business is registered and everything is okay. So we trust that you will pay our money.
Yeah.
So I think because of the paperwork,
people fear.
Shun away from banks. But I feel one should not really fear that paperwork, because everything that the bank asks for are things that are within our reach as business people. Because as a business person, I have a supplier for my
products.
Goods. So if what is wrong with the bank asking me that who is your supplier, even if I have 10 suppliers, I feel like it should not be a secret that I can't reveal to the bank who are my suppliers, except if I was dealing in something illegal or something that's not allowed. I would have no problem exposing who my suppliers are. Then they would also ask me, who do you usually sell to? Or maybe if I have random walk-ins, it's a retail shop, anybody walks in and buys, so I don't have specific people. What is wrong with me disclosing the location of my retail shop?
I know.
If I am not stealing and I am not doing anything wrong.
And they take pictures. You have to touch the what? Touch the tin, touch the...
Exactly. But banks are very, very flexible. Banks really are flexible. They can reduce on that interest.
Oh, you can negotiate.
You can elongate your payment term so that your principal paid is less. So it's just about coming back to your banker and telling them, hey,
things are bad.
Something has happened. My shop got burnt down. All the stock got burnt down.
How do you help me?
Here is my police report. Here are the photos of the business. How do you help me as my bankers? The banks will always come in to help. They'll even give financial advice. They could even boost you to come to get back on your feet. Yeah, so I would really advise business people to stick with banks.
Wow. Very important, because most business people losing their properties, rarely do you hear they're losing it to banks, but to money lenders.
And by the time a bank reaches the situation of selling your property, out there in the public, people think that the moment I fail to pay my installment for next month, on the first of the other month, they're selling my house. The decision to sell your property comes from, it is a last resort when all available options
Have failed.
Have failed. All available options. You took the money, you ran away, we can't get in touch with you, you have not paid. Usually that decision will come after even years of not paying. It's not a 1, 2, 3 month decision.
Like, how long would it take for a bank to decide this is not working? Let's maybe sell off the collateral.
I may not be in position to give you exactly how long, because that is not really my specialty.
Okay.
But like I said,
It must be a long time, really long time.
It could even be over a year when you've not paid for over a year. Yes, it's not a 3, 6 months something that you've not paid for 6 months, then they sell off your property. And even before selling off your property, the bank will have notified you several times, and even they will have given you an intention to liquidate your property. And even when they give you that intention to liquidate your property, you are given time to respond and say, okay, please wait to liquidate it. You're given time.
There's a question for you here. It's come from WhatsApp. Andrew says, okay, now that we have already taken the loans, what do we do to become debt free?
Like I said, it's all about trust. You need to trust your banker. Now, if you trust your banker, you need to be open with them. If things are failing, go back to your banker and speak with them. Sit on a round table with them. Banks are business enablers. They are business enablers. They are
Not disablers.
here to hinder businesses. They are here to help the businesses grow. It is one of the mandates that a bank has, to help the businesses
Grow.
So go back to your bank, sit on a round table. Banks have investment advisors, they have financial advisors. So even if you don't have a solution, just go to your bank and tell them, guys, biganye ebintu babibye,
Nyambe, tukoze tutya.
people to advise me. Get
Instead of hiding.
the willingness to pay is very, very critical and key. The moment you start hiding, you switch off your phones, you lock up your shop.
Auntie, there is fear, because people fear.
I do not have the willingness to pay. Yes. The moment you lock up your shop, you switch off your phones, your next of kin tells us they don't know where you are, you're triggering other measures. Yes. But the moment you're available, when we call on you and tell you, hey, you've not given your month's installment, what is happening? Then you come over and have a discussion, and like, things were slow, my shipment maybe got captured, and you have evidence really to prove everything you're saying. Banks are very flexible. That is one thing customers don't know, that banks are
Flexible. I'm actually just learning the same today. I didn't know that they are flexible and you can talk, because I do know someone who says the bank kept calling them and threatening them. You know?
Yeah, of course, by the time they reach that stage of threatening you, your behavior has really shown us that you're tending towards the other side of the coin. If I am a person that even before my bank has called me,
You reach out.
I reach out. Let me just give you a personal scenario. Supposing you had 2 people owing you, but one of them continuously calls you up and say, hey Jackie, I'm sorry I haven't sent in your money, but I'm I'm working on it. Things are a bit hard on me, but I have you at heart. And the other just goes silent.
Yeah.
Who of them are you likely to take to police?
The one that is silent.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying most people don't know that banks are flexible. They think that banks have this like cast on stone kind of behavior of, if I say you have to pay 900,000, it is 900 or nothing.
Rick Manjeje says, you're speaking to me. And then Rose Masaba says, I am actually overwhelmed with salary loans. I am in too deep and I am stuck.
Okay, now one thing I would like to tell Rosemary is to avoid being overwhelmed with those loans. What you're going to do, walk to your financial institutions. First and foremost, ask for a longer repayment time so that your repayment principal is less. If you are paying 500,000 per month, when your repayment time, and maybe your repayment time was 2 years, if it is increased to 3 or 4 years, you will start paying like 200 to 300,000, so that you're able to pay up those debts and finish them. And it is also not good, it is not good financial discipline to get over indebted, get indebted more than once or twice. Bank is demanding me, money lender is demanding me,
friends, relatives, in-laws,
more cash demands me,
Mosente.
Mosente demands me. That is evidence to show that you are living beyond your means and spending more than you can afford. Yes, and if it is spending to put in your business, you know how to go back to the drawing table and look at your business. Why is your business growing so much more than it pours into your cup?
Yeah.
So go back and reevaluate that business you're doing that is causing you to borrow all the time, and yet it is pouring less into your cup.
Start from there. Also, Naju Komole says, when I hear debt, I even get goosebumps. I think you see that situation. It's a dire situation. Steven Karanja says, I have really struggled to get out of debt, and yes, I have switched off my phones, not because I don't have the will to pay, but I am stuck.
Okay, but Steven, I think being stuck, you shouldn't really switch off your phones, because now you start to live like a fugitive. Yes, you're not free in your country. You can't walk freely.
Yeah.
You think everywhere you go, you think somebody is seeing you, somebody might grab you, and indeed, your 40 days will come to an end one day, and they will grab you, and it will be too late. You get it? It will be too late. You will have accumulated a lot of interest, and you're probably going to even pay triple what you would have paid. Like I said, it is better to put little. If you're indebted and they need you to pay 10 million, even if you can afford 100,000, take that 100,000. It will reduce from 10 million to 9,900,000. Take that 100,000 again another time. It will reduce, and then slowly keep dropping that coin in the bag. Before you know it, the bag will get full. Other than running away and switching off your phone, and the 40 days surely comes to an end. And one day you quote.
Yes.
And of recent, the Credit Reference Bureau now tags our credit to our national IDs. When you're, yes, we are no longer using financial cards.
This financial card thing now, what happened?
We are now tagging credit to national ID, meaning that anywhere you go and there's a system that can read your national ID, they can read that you're indebted. That is how you get a scholarship, and you need a visa, and your national ID shows that you have bad credit history. And for you thought, I'm not going to be borrowing anywhere from the banks again. I am not borrowing. But right now,
I want to borrow. That was my last loan.
Yes, it is tagged to national ID. It is no longer on the financial card. So those of you borrowing, just know the credit history is tagged on your name.
Someone is saying, okay, this is Caesar. Caesar from Vera Forex says, this is the wisdom we want to watch on YouTube. Thank you, ladies. And then John Masaba says, yes, I am a victim. You're speaking to me.
It's not too late. It's not too late. John, it's not too late. You can still turn around the situation. You can still change it. John, just get the little that you can. Don't mind about the amount. Just drop in those coins. It's like when you want to get 5 million and you're dropping a 100 shilling coin daily. You are far better off than one that is waiting to get the whole 5 million as a lump sum.
And this is I'm laughing because of this message, by the way. Let me read it for you. This is Barbara Nachiria saying, why didn't you give me this knowledge last year?
Oh, we have it this year and we are in the first quarter of the year, so it's never too late. Like I said, it is never too late. Even if you have been branded as a defaulter, like I said, banks are very flexible. You can always walk to the bank and tell them, I had been defaulting for 1 or 2 reasons, but here I am now. I am ready to cooperate with you guys. My income reduced, the job I had maybe got done, and now I earn little. Is it okay? Instead of me paying the 500 or 600,000, can I pay 100 or 150?
Slowly.
Yes.
Milton Madea says, this is great advice, but most of us, our financial problems in Uganda when it comes to debt is because we lack alternative income sources, and somehow you end up even eating into your startup capital that you took as a loan.
That is very true. That is very true. Most people end up eating the income, but also we have a problem of impatience. Someone wants to start up a business, and in 8 months, they are reaping 100% profits. They are comparing themselves with people that have been in business for 23 years. This is knowledge I gathered in one of the sessions I attended. Actually, it was they had hosted this lady of Bake For Me.
Yes,
and she was telling us her story of how she has been baking for over 20 years and how she has grown her portfolio. But you will find tomorrow someone wants to enter business, and in the first 3 months they want to be earning 11 figure. So there is also
and live a similar lifestyle like hers.
Exactly. That element of being impatient and not giving attention to whatever it is that we are doing. Jackie, let me tell you, if you start a business with passion, not because I've seen Jackie sells clothes and she is doing very well.
I also will try it, that business.
That business that she started based on that will fail. Why? Because you do not know the hard times that she has gone through. But if there is something that you have in your heart, it is a passion. I love children very much. I love to see children happy. I love to entertain children. I love to see them grow. Let me start up a daycare center. Even on days when the daycare center is not working well, my love for children and my passion will keep me going. I'll be saying, no, it will get better with time. It will get better with time. I need to just keep pushing on. I need to keep pushing on. So when you start a business with passion, let me tell you, there are very harsh times in business. Like I said, I'm an entrepreneur. When I just started my business, the first 4 months, there was no customer. Not even a single customer.
4 months?
Not even one. 4 months. 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive.
Were you paying rent for the space?
Yes, I had paid my one year rent. 4 months, and that is when you start. I think I went into the wrong business. I think this thing will never grow. I think I made a wrong mistake. I made a mistake. You get, but however, when all those thoughts come, you go back and say, no, this thing is working for other people, and I know I can grow it. I think I'm just not selling myself better. Let me look for literature. How do I sell myself better? Let me look for people that can help me with marketing and sales options. How can I sell my business? Where can I sell it to? Is my location the problem? And then you stop thinking about it will fail.
So are you still in that same business where you started and in 3-4 months you didn't have no one buying?
Yes.
How is it going?
It's okay. It picked up with time.
Oh, so because maybe sometimes the viewer or the listener is thinking, this one is a banker. For them, they have money. She has a salary. But when you talk about business, then they do relate. And they're like, what? She even stayed in business. I mean, I'm surprised. I don't know if I would stay, especially if I have to pay for a space.
You see, you already paid for the space, and then you're getting demotivated. So that was when I started looking for now people that have been striving in business. Yes, I need to see those podcasts. I need to listen to positive energy.
Yeah.
That was how I got into the talk show, like the one I'm telling you. People that have done it, people that are in 20 years, 15
of business.
Because TikTok will discourage you in Uganda. Someone will tell you, last year I was here with only one bucket. This year here I am with a full shop, a car. You get, and then you'll feel like you're a failure.
Wow, that's true.
We need to also mind what we take in from media. Yes, we need to mind what we watch, what we listen to, and what we take in. So as a business person, I decided I am not looking at negative energy. I am looking for those people that have been in business long enough. I want their stories. I want to hear their struggles. How did they come out of those struggles? Who helped them come out of that struggle? Where did they go?
Wow.
So that's very, very important. But I know we have so many people that are indebted, but it is never too late. It is never too late. Start dropping that coin. You will be amazed after 3 years how much you will have collected. You will be amazed. And the thing with banks, one of the things I didn't speak about, banks can even give you a top-up.
They do?
Yes. Every bank has its threshold. Another one bank will tell you if you've paid 50% of what you took, we can give you a top-up. Another will tell you maybe 60, 70. So if you're paying up the bank loan, if you've paid up to the threshold of your bank, you can always take a top-up and reinvest.
And grow your business.
Yes, and grow your business so that you're even earning more from that business and you're able to complete this loan very quickly.
Thank you so much, Fiona. Akatale Keka. As you can see, the topic was my WhatsApp was flooded with messages. I don't know why you guys just don't put these messages on YouTube and you send them inbox. But anyway, I appreciate them. Thank you. Fiona, Akatale Keka, and I really hope we can have you again on the show. From the messages, you are really hitting the bone and speaking to hearts.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So give us your final word, my dear.
My final word is we should not be a prisoner to debt. Debt can be managed. There are people that are trained to advise financially. Please utilize these people. That is why the banks put them for you. And go to the commercial banks. They have very good advice. You can go with the intention of getting one loan and they'll advise you that no, this is what will work for you. Work with your financial advisors in the bank which you have chosen. They will lead you to the right path. Do not allow to be a slave of debt.
Wow. Keyword, do not allow to be a slave of debt. You'll not have peace. You'll run. You'll be in hiding. It's a very tough place to be. And I have personally been there. So I totally agree with you. Thank you, Fiona. Do have a beautiful day. And we look forward to hosting you again on the Deweyi Drive.
Thank you so much. I was blessed and honored to be here. And I'm available anytime you need me.
All right. So that is the beautiful Fiona Nyamiel. As you have seen her, she's not just a beauty, but a beauty with brains. But also, as we're talking about dates and money, today being a Money Thursday, I think as we wind down, there was so much learning. Do you realize that we have so many friends? I'm assuming I forget you, and we are not even leveraging these networks to sell our things. When personally I entered interior decor, most of my clients have come from WhatsApp. Do you know that according to the World Population Review, there are approximately 4.7 million WhatsApp users in Uganda? Kakati research bw'abatulaga nti abantu miliyoni 4 mu emitwalo 7 be bakozesa WhatsApp actively mu Uganda. Kitegeeza abantu bano bali mu contacts zaffe tubalina ku masimu gaffe ate nga esimu eya smart eri ku mulembe etwala up to 25,000 contacts bwoba oli ku Android ate nga ate batugamba bannaffe aba iPhone bo esimu zaabwe ziterekera ddala paka contacts emitwalo 5. Kitegeeza olina abantu emitwalo 5 oba emitwalo 2 ku simu yo eya seereza nga bali ku WhatsApp. Are you using these contacts to grow your business? Are you using WhatsApp? Status is a very powerful tool. Nchoteke bintu ku status babiraba babitukiriza babiraba bakubuuza otunda ki naye olina kyotunda tokyogerako ne ku WhatsApp yo tokyogerako okozesa just social media. But even WhatsApp on your phone, it's a very powerful tool that can help you do so much if you tried. I hope that Maika tip for you for that day. Also reminding you that today is World Kidney Day. So bannage twekuume tunywe ku mazzi. Let's take good care of our kidneys so that we, if it is possible, we do not become a statistic. And those that have patients who are already struggling, we pray for you. We pray that God will see you through. I think the biggest issue with patients and caretakers of people struggling with kidney is the bill. The cost is really high. Yatengera nga bwe twogera mu ebigenda maaso e Kawempe mu North, elections are ongoing for a replacement of Honorable Segirinya. We do not know how it will be by the end of the day, but yes, that is what is still happening in Kampala. Where are you watching from? Please do subscribe to the show. I look forward and I would be so happy to have you as a new subscriber, but also do send me a message, guys. As you can tell, I'm putting in so much effort because I love this show. I believe in it, and I even want it to be that show that the viewers, you the viewer, keeps coming back to because it added something to your life. And for me, it is also adding something to me. I don't want to be the one talking about a topic and then I'm falling back on it. Nange ni mukuyiga, nange neigirizamu. So in a way, this show is helping me so much. We made 14 new subscribers, so we have 414 subs on YouTube. All of my, all of that's my son's song. My son, when he's happy, he says all of mine, all of mine. So that's WhatsApp. And as I'm doing the happy dance, I really hope that we can hit 500 subs soonest, because then that will be proof that miracles still happen. That will be a big testimony. Reminding you that Building Experts is located in Nakasero, on Nakasero Street, Capital Shoppers Plaza, and they have all finishing materials, sanitary ware, tiles, finishing. Call them on 0392 914 256. I'll say the number again for you: 0392 914 256. Those are Building Experts in Nakasero. And I want to remind you that Mufa Pendo Stays. Go to Airbnb the app and then click Mufa Pendo Stays. You see the executive space they have. It's a shared space. You'll be living with another family, but you'll have a beautiful space, comfortable. It's luxe. It's they've put in so much, and they're giving discounts, 20% discounts ongoing. So just go there to the Airbnb app. And also, if you're looking to turn your space into an Airbnb, you're looking for someone to manage it, still call Mufapendo, or you can call the number 0772 987 442. Actually, you can call 0773 35 6837. Call 0773 35 6837. I can help you, because these are our partners and I do work a lot with them. So do not worry. If you call the other numbers and they're not on, please feel free to call me and ask me about an advertiser. I'll be happy to lead you to the right destination. Are you a business? Are you selling something? Would you want to come on the show? Please, please, please. We would be happy to grow with you and promote your business and work with you. My name is Jackie Deweyi. I'm the doctor's daughter. It's unapologetically Ugandan. This is the Deweyi Drive. And oh my goodness, what can I say? It has been a really beautiful Thursday. I feel empowered. I feel energized. We talked Grolani. We talked women in business. We talked financial discipline. We talked debt. We talked, hey, I feel like we're going into the weekend with a strategy, with a plan to do better. Yay! Yippee! Take care of yourself. And oh, why am I saying take care of yourself before I say shout out to my producers, Stewart from Clap Records, and of course my creative director Enoch Nsubuga. Yes, so that's what's up.